Hey everybody, it's me, Zach. This is Judy, and welcome back to our channel. Hey everybody, so I'm back again for another episode of season 2 of the 1,000 Pound Sisters. This was episode 5. I think it was called dropping bombs or something like that. I'm ready to talk about it if you're ready to talk about it, but I'm not actually ready because we got to check in with Judy Lou Who. Judy?
Our mom told us when we were younger, if we ate a sugar, you drink a Diet Coke afterwards and it'll cancel out the sugar.
Okay. All right. Listen, I love that she has my back when it comes to those diet sodies. And honestly, I probably had too many diet sodies today because it is 9 o'clock my time right now, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, okay? And I'm up and I'm filming this video right now. Well, I mean, I'm normally up at 9 p.m., but it's like I'm not usually filming at this time, you know? So I'm full of diet sodies. Sometimes I give you all updates about things that have happened on social media while we were away, while the show wasn't airing. And the only thing I saw this week that had happened was on TikTok. Tammy had a video where smoke was billowing out of her mouth. Unfortunately, I didn't save it because I'm dumb. Okay, I'm dumb. I didn't save it and it's no longer on her TikTok. And I think it's because people are like, hey, Tammy girl, in all your other videos, you got oxygen in your nose. What are you doing? What are you doing? So there's that, but it's not there anymore. So if it's not there, that must mean that it didn't happen. I don't know. But anyways, that's all that really happened that was exciting. I mean, Amy posted some diamond art stuff that she did, but that's not news. That's not news, you sillies. So let's just get into the video. Let's hop in. If you don't remember, the last episode left off with Tammy and Chris at the new bariatric surgeon's office. They got the news that Tammy had gained 50 pounds in a month, and Tammy, when we start this episode off, she's just somehow surprised. She somehow acted surprised, brand new, has no idea what led to it. The doctor's like, hey sis, what's the problem? And she's like, well, I guess I'm still struggling with my portions. And I'm like, portions? Or did Amy actually take out a whole bag of trash of candies? You know what I'm saying? Portions or just candy or other things, which somebody pointed out in my comments of my last review video. They're like, Zach, I can't believe you didn't give her a hard time for saying that, there was that one episode with Dr. Proctor and the therapist, and she's she told the therapist she doesn't like candies, but then Amy has this whole bag of sweets. And I'm like, that's a good point. That's a good point. And that's why I appreciate y'all leaving comments, because y'all catch stuff that I don't catch. But yeah, I don't know. Portions, is that the problem? Or is it you're not eating what's on the diet? Now listen, live your truth, sis. Do what you want, where you want, when you want. But I'm just calling it like I see it on the show. So the doctor gives Tammy this long-term goal of 100 pounds. Now it's clear that this doctor is not on the TLC brand, okay? It's clear that this doctor is not one of the normal TLC doctors they bring in for shows like this, because he's given long-term plans instead of these shorter plans. Well, at first at least, he's given these long-term plans. He also at some point is like, oh, by the way, I want you to wear a heart rate monitor and a pedometer, and I want you to keep track of these things, and gives them some real specific goal about heart rate. And I'm like, I have never seen Dr. Now or Dr. Proctor do this, but okay, sis, go off, I guess. Do what you want. Okay. So she does get a short-term goal of 25 pounds, which actually really seems very reasonable and kind, considering that, I don't know, I feel like Dr. Now gives way stricter goals than that, way more intense, and I feel like she could probably lose more than just 25 pounds in a month, but he's the doctor, I'm not. Okay, we'll be clear about that. So live your truth. He does, however, say Chris would be a good candidate. It looks like he's already proven how to lose weight, so I'm just going to give him a goal just because TLC's making me give him a goal. But I'm going to give him a goal for 15 pounds, and if he can lose 15 pounds, he gets it. He gets it. So Chris is over here having to do practically nothing, and Tammy's on round 2 of doctors struggling to get this weight loss surgery. And I just think, like, y'all, we really are going to have another moment. We're going to have another moment where Tammy's sibling gets the weight loss surgery and Tammy does it and Tammy loses it. And then, like, Chris is also a bad guy now, not just Amy. You know, listen, I'm not Raven, I'm not Miss Cleo, but I see it coming, okay? The doctor does make some good points, though. He's like, listen, my tools, I don't have the right kind of tools to be able to operate on you. Like, they just, like, literally won't, like, the tubes are not long enough for the size of your body, and I just, like, need you to prove to me that you're gonna keep doing what you need to do after surgery, which that second part sounds a lot like what Dr. Now and Dr. Proctor tend to say to their patients. Honestly, though, like, I know I'm, like, very high energy right now and energetic, but, like, that ending of that scene is just kind of sad because it's clear that Tammy's just, like, defeated. She just seems really defeated. Like, she seems over it. She's like, I gotta work twice as hard now because this is twice any goal Dr. Proctor's ever given me. Although she's not really putting 2 and 2 together that, like, her short-term goal is only 25 pounds, right? Like, she doesn't have to lose 100 pounds in a month, but she seems really defeated. She can't even answer the question from the producers about, like, what she's gonna do differently. She's just like, I have to want it twice as much. And she says it with that level of energy. Okay, I probably even gave a little bit more energy because for some reason I'm wired right now. So Amy and Michael come back from the baby moon, aka a vacation they took before they had the baby, during a panorama. Now, I have to say, I had no idea any of this was about to be a plot point, but the first thing I see is Michael wearing a shirt that says, I love my crazy wife. And I'm like, oh my God, I need this. I take notes, okay? I take notes while I'm watching so I remember what to say during this. And I wrote down the words, I need this shirt, okay? Moments later, Amy walks out with a shirt. And it says, I love my crazy husband. And I said, oh my God, I need this shirt. I need this shirt. I was like, this is hilarious to me. Because, like, y'all know I wear ironic dumb shit. I mean, I'm literally wearing a hat on a hat right now, okay? I wear the dumbest stuff because it's fashion, okay?
Wait, but is it fashion? It's fashion.
She's fashion. And those shirts, ma'am, fashion. And I need them, okay? I need them. So then they go in, they sit down, and Tammy is wearing a shirt that says, squeeze the day. I need this shirt. I really had no idea then that the shirts were even going to be a plot point, because then Tammy says to Michael and Amy, your shirts are butt ugly. And this is Amy's response.
It's not butt ugly, it's butt cute.
Y'all, I don't know why, but I'm about to start saying that things are butt cute, okay? Judy, she is butt cute, okay? Me, I'm butt cute. I'm butt cute. Noel is butt cute, okay? All right, we're gonna start adding that to the lexicon. It's gonna happen. So after Amy makes the butt cute comment, then Tammy is like,
You never catch me in one of those with my lover.
and I just want to say, okay, sis, bet, I want to see it. You prove to me that you're not going to wear a shirt like that when your boo Jerry comes over, okay? We will watch and see. I also want to say, though, I'm very excited about the shirts, but this was also the Little Bit shot of the week. Yes, Little Bit was so cute. Little Bit excited to see Amy and Michael back. I was just like, you were so cute, girl. You did the thing there. You did it. You did it. You won my heart again. So Tammy is a little bit salty that Chris only has to lose 15 pounds. She didn't say she was salty, but her look said she was salty, if you know what I mean. Okay, and Amy mentions, hey, tell me how you did. Like, I want to hear what happened with you. And she ends up pointing out, like, Tammy, so what you're telling me is you gained 50 pounds in a month? And Tammy's not having it. She's not having it. She says,
Amy, we're not doing that.
which, like, is a mood. Is definitely a mood. You know, I've been there sometimes where I'm like, what we're not gonna do. What we're not gonna do is that. So I feel that. But also, it is what it is. Amy didn't sound like she was being judgmental. She was just simply stating a fact, okay? And she's concerned about you because she's your sister and she loves you. In fact, Amy finally decides that this is the time, this is the moment to bring up the fact that she had a trash bag full of candy. And Tammy's like, but you bought that for me. And Amy's like, no, you definitely ordered that online. And then Tammy's like, I mean, you're not wrong, I guess. You could be right. What? And then in the middle of this whole conversation, good old Braxton Hicks comes back up and Amy's like, which is fair, okay? I can't imagine what that feels like. But then they cut to this confessional scene, and these TLC producers are so damn messy.
Is that a fart or a contraction? Contraction. I don't know. You could never tell with me, though. Oh.
So damn messy. So then they go back to the conversation between Tammy and Amy, and Tammy's like, listen, here's how I'm gonna lose this weight this time. I'm gonna only eat one meal a day, and it's gonna be a meal that's prepared by you, Amy. You're gonna make my meals, you're gonna serve me meals, you're gonna do it all. And Amy's like, sorry, no, you're gonna have to take care of yourself. I have a baby on the way. And then Tammy proceeds to get mad at Amy and say, like, why are you talking to me like I'm a kid? I don't know, maybe because you just told her that she's gonna have to make you all your meals? Wild. Wild. And this is what I watched this show for. That whole scene from Amy and Michael walking in the door from their baby moon to the end was what I needed. It gave me life. It gave me energy. I mean, I'm still over here going. It's either that scene or the diet sodies. I don't know, but it energized me. It really, truly did. Chris comes over to talk to Amy about Tammy because he shit his pants when he saw her weight.
I my pants damn near when I seen that.
Those were his words, not mine. He said, I shit my pants when I saw how much she weighed. His words, not mine. And Amy's like, oh, well, do you want to go over to our new patio? And this is the new patio in question. And I gotta say, I do love some ingenuity. I surely do. And I can't deny that I haven't seen some stuff like that from when I used to live in the middle of nowhere. So go off. Go off. We really love to see it. Basically, this scene is pretty short. It's mostly just about Chris and Amy exchanging concerns about Tammy and taking care of her. Chris is basically like, hey, I'm worried if she's immobile, she's basically going to be like a large baby infant, and we're going to have to put her in assisted living. And Amy's worried because basically, you know, she knows that that's where Tammy has been before. So if you don't know, this was before the show, but like right before they started filming the show, Tammy was like riddled with all kinds of illness. She had pneumonia. She was in a hospital. She was living in an assisted like living type of facility post being in the hospital, and Amy took her in. Okay. So lots of stuff happened, and basically, like, Amy's like, I'm worried because basically I'm the last family member willing to take her in, and she's like not changed her behaviors. And Amy also like references being afraid to have to bury her sister, and it's very genuine. It's very sad. I think this is a prevailing theme throughout all of season 2 for sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was a theme in season 1 too, but it's just like folks are concerned, like, how is Tammy gonna make it through this? Like, she's gotta start taking care of herself. So then we get to see Amy and Tammy announcing their meet and greet, which was actually a video we have seen before on their channels back when they posted it. Now it is interesting because they don't acknowledge that they initially did try to have an in-person meet and greet and then got lots of internet backlash about it. I made 3 whole videos about the meet and greet where I covered this already, but it's interesting that they didn't even really suggest that they were intending originally on doing it in person. They just made it sound like the whole time they were planning it virtually, kind of, to some extent. So I thought that was interesting. And after that scene, Amy and Michael say, hey, we gotta follow through on this, like, looking for a new home thing, because Tammy's not it. We can't sit here and try to take care of her all the time. We can't be at her beck and call. And so she says, we're gonna tell Tammy that we're out paying bills, okay?
Bitch, I've been grown. I pay my bills. My bills are paid.
Her bills are paid, okay? Did y'all catch that little reference to the original season? She's not a kid. She's an adult and her bills are paid, okay? So they're in the car and Tammy calls and she says, I'm hungry. I'm hungry and I'm pissed that you didn't tell me you were leaving. And I'm just like, okay, chill, chill. They will be back. I'm sure they can get you some food. It's gonna be okay. And then afterwards, what we see is them going and actually looking at the house. You know, it seems like a fairly normal house. It looks cute. It doesn't seem to have any roaches or anything like that. Like maybe what we've seen in some previous Amy Slayton videos. Definitely. If that's your thing, praying, it's not mine. What? Y'all? What devil creature, after we just talked about prayer, what devil creature? Wait, I gotta go back. I need to see that again.
Affected in the wildfire up in, I think it's...
No. No, ma'am, absolutely not. If there is one thing I don't do, it is whatever that critter was that just went across her screen. And she is unfazed. Ma'am, you were cooking fudge. When she gets to the house, she's like, hey, does the toilet work? I really gotta use it. Which leads to her also being just like really amused by the fact that the toilet has 2 buttons. She says that's some rich people stuff. And I'm like, is it? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't consider myself rich either. So maybe it is some rich people stuff. I feel like maybe not though, because I have seen them in like public bathrooms. So I've just never seen it in a real life person's home. They are very excited that they have a dishwasher.
I really want a dishwasher because it sanitizes my nipple.
So they're concerned about getting the baby bottles clean, but obviously Amy accidentally said something else. At the end of the whole trip, she's asking the real estate agent like all these questions about the toilet, and it is just so funny to me because the real estate agent clearly has no idea what to do with somebody like Amy Slayton. And like, I'm just like, girl, you need to get on this train because this is hilarious. And if you can't find humor in this, real estate lady, you gotta get to going because this is funny. This is pure quality entertainment and art. So the next part of the episode was also a lot to take in. Let's just talk about it, okay? It was them filming a video of wrapping up Amy's baby bump in a cast so that they could have a cast to hold on to. I really just want to be like, what TLC producer put them up to this? What TLC producer said, this is it. This is the money. This is an episode. We need this on TV. Because, y'all, it was a lot. She made some jokes about what they were going to do with it. They talked about painting it orange and making it a Halloween bowl for trick-or-treaters. They showed a lot of things of like lubing up the belly, and Tammy called her a fat porn star at some point. It was a lot. This clip was a lot.
I mean, I'm making some man's fantasy, or maybe woman. Oh, yeah.
It honestly was just all a lot. There was a part where Amy calls Michael an artist.
Michael's getting in there like he Leonardo da Vinci.
She says it's not the Sixteen Chapel, it's just her belly. Anyways, all of that leads up to a scene where Amy and Tammy are talking about the types of comments that they get on their videos, and Amy's like, oh yeah, things have gotten better. Like, I'm pregnant now, I lost weight, so now people say nice things to me. And Tammy's like, well, that's not the case for me. Must be nice, Amy. And then, though, Tammy does have like a very, I think, vulnerable and honest moment with the cameras, with the producers and the confessional, and she's like, listen, I'm an emotional eater. When I get hate comments, like, for better or worse, it makes me eat. It doesn't help. And these people come here saying that they're trying to help, and it doesn't help because they're just saying really hurtful things to me. And it's not helping. It's not making me try to do things better. So then they essentially end up taking off the baby cast. It's all said and done. I think Amy actually uploaded that video just recently to her YouTube if you want to go watch it just for funsies. So then it's time for the epic meet and greet, and Amy brings over the now famous, iconic, pink sequined background with the Slaytons on it, okay, or with the word Slaytons on it. Iconic. Happy to see the creation of that. We love to see it. They also bring some cardboard cutouts of Tammy and Amy, which is the only part of this episode that alludes to the fact that they were originally planning on having an in-person meet and greet, because they said that they got these cardboard cutouts so that people could pose and take pictures with them. Instead, they just like hang out in the background of the Zoom call. So the actual meet and greet itself was pretty, I don't know, uneventful. The first people that they talked to are some sisters, which I honestly mistook for a mother-daughter duo. My bad, no offense if you're watching this video, but that's what I thought at first. And it was truly so uncomfortable because they were so awkward and like silent on both ends until finally one of the sisters that wasn't Tammy and Amy said, y'all are a lot more spunkier on YouTube. And they tried to play this up as like, this is potentially going to be a hater moment. I mean, like, the whole episode, which I feel like I haven't made clear up to this point, was them trying to like lead us into thinking that potentially some haters were going to come and harass Tammy and Amy during the actual meet and greet. And I do have some thoughts about that because, like, I did go into like the waiting room for the meet and greet for a while, and it was clear that there were some people that were trolls there. And it didn't seem like any of those people were like seriously 100% trying to get in to actually meet Amy and Tammy. But I did get some DMs at the time about some tea related to the meet and greets. One thing that I got from somebody who was present, who was participating, was that the producer that was there at the time that was organizing and running all of this meet and greet was trying to get one of the trolls, who was named Thick Ass Tammy, to drop their email so that they could get them to come in. They even said at one point that the producer specifically requested that they talk to Tammy. I was just like, at the time I didn't think much of that, but seeing how much they tried to build up that there might be a hater there, I honestly kind of feel like they were trying to intentionally get haters to come in. I also had somebody who had told me that somebody was asking, once they realized that I had been in the waiting room, they were trying to get me to come participate, which I'm not a hater, just to be clear. I really like Tammy and Amy. I have DM'd with them. I've had my own little meet and greet in the DMs, okay? But I don't know. I feel like they were trying to get some trolls to come participate, if I'm being 100% honest. Outside of that, the awkwardness that we saw on TV sounds like the experience that most of the people I talked to on the day of the meet and greet experienced. They all talked to me to some extent about how awkward it was, how long it took for the conversation to get started, and how they didn't really cover a whole lot because the girls were just awkward in the meeting. And so I don't think that that was any kind of particular editing. I think that's what really truly happened. And I do just want to give a shout out to all the people who did talk to me, who I saw make their appearance on television in this episode. Y'all know who you are. I'm not going to rat you out, but there were lots of people who made it on TV who also gave me a little insight. So I just want to give y'all a big old shout out. Happy to see you get your moment. And thank you all so much for supporting me and my channel. So the final scene of the episode is them going out to dinner just to tell Tammy that they're gonna move, which seems like a choice because like y'all could have did that at your home, but okay, cool. I guess like go eat out in a Panera Bread. Okay, it wasn't actually a Panera Bread. That was a poor use of the pandemic joke, but you go eat out in a pandemic, okay? Do what you gotta do, I guess. They talk a lot about how the meet and greet was actually motivating for Tammy because she realized she had a lot of support and a lot of fans who wanted to see her do well. But then Amy had to start reading out these hate comments that got left on videos for them. I'm like, Amy, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why would you read those out loud right now? Did a producer tell you to do that? Because that seems like really weird for you to do in this moment. Amy does make a good point, though, that the haters on the videos and the comments, they never have their own picture up there, which is like such a total mood. Like, even for myself, a majority of the people on the internet who have something to say about me, like, never have a profile picture or won't show their face on camera or things like that. So I just thought that that was like a mood and worth noting. So Amy's like, okay, I gotta share this news. I have to share this news with her, but listen, you get either happy-go-lucky Tammy or you get bitch Tammy. And lately she's been a bitch. And I'm just like, oh, I feel like you're not gonna get happy-go-lucky Tammy when you tell her this. And so they tell Tammy the news, and Tammy's on the same page as me, because Tammy's like, you didn't have to bring me all the way out here just to tell me this. Like, this is real effing extra, okay? But in general, I feel like you can tell that Tammy, even though she says over and over and over and over again that she's not bothered, you can tell that she's really bothered by it. Like, something about this message hurt. I don't know if she felt like set up that they were keeping this from her. I don't know if it's because of the actual potential of Amy and Michael really moving, but there's something about this situation that isn't sitting right with Tammy. And you can tell because she previously talked in other episodes about how she just shuts down to avoid fighting. And that's really essentially the vibe that I was getting from her. It felt like she was just shutting down. She didn't want to talk about it because she didn't want to fight. There is a moment where Tammy says that she couldn't care less, and she kind of like goes back and forth with the producer trying to ask her questions.
They want to leave? Let them. I couldn't care less.
What do you feel like?
Nothing.
Really?
Why would I?
And honestly, I just feel like Tammy is in denial of how much help that she needs from other people and is frustrated that people keep telling her that she's gonna need help. But like, she'll say like, I don't need your help. But then earlier in the episode, she was saying, Amy, you're gonna cook my meals for me, right? So it's like, there's some dissonance there. There's some things that aren't connecting for her. And I really would love to see her be independent. I think she's capable of it if she puts her mind to it, but she's so like codependent on all these other people. And I just hope that she like can start fending for herself, because I think she deserves that. So I will say this episode, I felt like the beginning, like the first half, maybe even the first like 2/3 were really good. I feel like the meet and greet was very anticlimactic because like they really wanted us to believe there were going to be some haters there, and then like everybody was just loving them, which I love for Amy and Tammy, but like the viewer in me wanted some drama. Okay, I wanted some drama. The last scene was kind of like, whatever. It wasn't as explosive as previous like disagreements between the girls have been. But next week, listen, Jerry's back. Jerry's back, y'all. Jerry's coming to Kentucky, and I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see where that goes. So make sure to tune in. If this is your first time watching my channel, I hope you'll consider subscribing and hitting the bell button so you get notifications every single time I post a new video. And I'd also really appreciate it if you left a comment down below. If you hit the like button and you shared this video, like click the share button, copy the link, and send it to somebody or paste it somewhere. That all really helps the channel and the algorithm. And also, you can follow me on all my social media at thezacharymike. I had a whole lot of fun this video, if you didn't notice. I hope you did too. And I'll see you all next time. Bye!